Damn it.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spaced Out Radio with me accidentally using Dave's intro again. Sorry about that, Dave. But yes, boy, there you go. Here, why don't you go over to your pal?
Yeah, we all know you're just playing with cats.
Yes, we just bring Fox in to take care of the cats. And so, anyways, sorry about the weird intro. That was Dave's. Actually, I was just doing a test run for Dave there. He asked me to do that. Yes. So today I'm going to draw a cartoon because I finally got a chance to sit down and watch some Skinwalker Ranch and junk. But here every Saturday, pending UFO abductions and things like that. And you can catch Dave during the week. And on Wednesdays, handsome Grantavius Maximus. And on Fridays, Lee Strauss as well. And I finally got a chance to sit down and watch some Skinwalker Ranch. And every year I do up like 3 or 4 drawings and I mail them to Brandon. And this is going to be, I don't want to really spoil anything if anybody's not seen it or not, but plug your ears if you don't want to hear this. But anyway, so in one of the episodes, someone or something happened where Travis's, all his files and stuff were tampered with and downloaded or something. So this one I'm drawing is going to be a man in black. I gotta get a bigger pen here. This is just not going to work for me. This is going to be a man in black sauntering out of his trailer with a box full of acquired data. Or is it data? One is the other. One is his name and one is not. But so yeah, I think Brandon's probably got, oh geez, probably 20 drawings of mine of some sort now. It's kind of cool. You could probably fill a small office space with them. I frame them up and everything and ship them out to him because you gotta have a nice frame drawing. And yes. Oh yes, I should say hi to everybody. Hello, Undead Jed and Mickey G and Kitty Cattywhack and Stargazer. And I think that's pretty much everybody in the YouTube chat. Sound. I hope the sound is on. Maybe. Yes, I believe it is now. And I got Jennifer's drawing all mailed out to her. The Canada Post where I live was down 2 days in a row, so I had to ship it out on Wednesday, which is a pain in the rump roast, but that's what happens with Canada Post. They're questionable at best sometimes. I was like bugging my mom because she works at the main Canada Post office, and I was like bugging her about it. And when they were on strike, I'd phone her and say, "Hey, Swindlin, have you considered getting a job?" But yeah, I have a pretty good relationship with my mom, so I can do that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, I also got my calendars. I ordered 4 calendars for myself. Those are on the way. The problem is they come from the States. I think somewhere in like New York, like Rochester or something. And it's a pain because it takes forever to come to Canada. That's all right. I have if you'd like a copy of my book, I will paste it in the chat room, or my calendar rather. Book is available on Amazon. But get a little bit of yellow in there. I find it funny because almost every time I get my calendar out or a new book, everybody seems to get them before I do, even though I'm the guy that orders them the exact day that I got them. So, but that's what happens when you live in Canada and everything takes forever to get here. At least I don't live in Northwest Territories or something where it would take even longer because I got to tape it to a polar bear and send him up to bring it up to the frozen waste, the even more frozen wastes of Canada. Hello, Jennifer. On Twitch, apparently. Looks like Twitch. Yes. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Your drawings are on the way. Threw a Christmas card. I'm pretty sure I threw a Christmas card in there for good measure. If I didn't, you'll have to let me know when it gets there, and then I will send you another package with a Christmas card in it. Alrighty. I was supposed to roll some dice today too, but my pal Curtis is going out to get himself a Bambi, and then he will make some delicious deer jerky because he's pretty good at making jerkies. Yeah, provided he doesn't encounter a dog man, or if our boss doesn't decide we need to have one less employee. Where's Curtis? Oh, he fell off the side of a mountain. All right. Yeah, I'll probably have to go help him clean up all in the trailer at work because that's usually where they go and process everything, and then you have Pico, our warehouse dog, licking all the crustified blood off the ground because she's weird like that. But yes, excuse me. Excuse me. I gotta get some of that throat lubrication. I'm having some delicious herbal tea of some sort that I got from the little Russian store by my house. They always have all these interesting teas. They also have this really good. I'm not a big fan of black cherry, but they have this really delicious black cherry soda, carbonated Sprudelwasser type thing. Really good. Can't read any of it because I don't know acrylic, so I could actually I could probably get Barb to help me out with that. Just take Barb there. Barb, we're going on a trip to the little Russian store. You're going to read everything for me. It's actually kind of neat. My friend Barb's like 69 years old. Yeah. And Fox and I go hang out with her after we do the show and shoot the breeze. And we're pretty much the coolest people at the local pub. And everybody is always jealous of how great we are. But Barb's she's Polish, and I was playing with the little AI thing on X, the little AI companion. And I was like, Barb, you can talk Polish to it. And so they were talking Polish back and forth for a bit, and she was getting all giddy and excited about it. It's kind of cool. Barb's good stuff. She won $1,000 in a scratchy ticket one time. And then she requested that Mrs. Fylth and I chauffeur her to the River Cree, and she took us out for supper. That was nice. Actually, the person that won money last time was, oh, yeah, there he is in his spot. Fox is the only one that won anything the last time we had scratchy tickets.
It was a whole dollar.
Yeah, got it. She won $1. But hey, you know what? You're up $1 because you didn't even spend anything to get that one. I think I've collectively maybe won like $12 on scratchy tickets in my entire life. But usually Barb scoops a couple and brings them out for us, and we pretend like we're very important people. But yes, I've been handing out a couple Christmas cards to all the drivers and everything that stop by at my work. It's always nice. They're always surprised. And I found out that the lady at the Safeway by my house, that I pretty much only go there to buy milk these days, it's so expensive and overpriced. But apparently all the Christmas cards and Halloween cards that I've been giving her over the years, she's got them all over her fridge, and that's pretty much the only thing on her fridge now. So that's kind of neato. Always nice when your art is appreciated by mostly strangers. And then at the local watering hole, I have a wall full of drawings, and some of the staff just scoops them. Excuse me. There was one lady there that really liked the Mothman. She actually commissioned a Mothman drawing from me. I think she should come back to Muggins one day and say hi, and then get a Mothman plushie commissioned for herself. Just add more work to Fox's table of mighty struggling.
Actually, it's clear right now.
Oh, good. Then we can just start piling on orders to you. Perfect.
Well, with the exception of the winter grades are the next one slotted after the last one.
Yes. And once those get built, we'll definitely show them to everybody on the show, because I might be biased, but she does a pretty good job with making them. It's the hard part. She makes plushies out of my drawings and I just draw them. It's super easy for me, so. But it's like everything else, if you don't know how to do something, it appears difficult. But a lot of people that have skills and things, they just go about it and it doesn't seem to bother them, because it's basically second nature. Like my cat being a jerk. Doesn't even realize he's a professional at it. He's got, excuse me, no concept of personal space or nothing. I'll just find this lap. Excuse me, holy. I'll just find this lap and then sit on it, and thank you very much. She's going to probably not feel her feet later on. Stargazer is drinking sweet tea. Pretty much what I drink at work all days. I get a big thing of Earl Grey there, and you just drink all that, and then sometimes my boss buys all types of funky, weird, different types of teas, and I'm the kind of the official tea tester. Let's just oh boy. Being yelled at by my web witch here, so I'll have to deal with that afterwards. It's like, hey, can you update my website? Oh, sure. I'll need some time. Of course, it's right now while I'm doing this, but that's all right. I think she'll forgive me. We've known each other since we were 16 or something anyway, so probably can't get too mad at me. Alrighty. But yes, this is going to be the Man in Black sauntering out with a pile of stuff from Travis Taylor's trailer. How about that, Travis Taylor's trailer? Wow. The thing about in Canada, when I go to watch Skinwalker Ranch or any television shows, I usually have to wait until they air actually in Canada, because for some reason, I guess I could get a VPN or something, but for some reason they don't want to air stuff at the same time as they do in the States, and everybody has to wait. So maybe it's just they got to convert everything to our metric television system. That's the problem. Actually, it's kind of neat. Last week I had my mom come on the show and say hi to me on the Saturday, and then on the Monday, my dad came on, and of course he had to do his fatherly things and bug me about it, which was kind of neat. He's actually got some interesting stories about strange lights and weird things that he's seen. He drove truck for a really long time, and he never really told me any of the stories about any of that stuff, because just kind of didn't want people to think he's a weirdo, as most people usually do when something strange happens. They don't really want to tell people, because then, well, you've just lost your brains completely. However, he's told me some interesting stories about lights, usually in Alberta, strangely enough around Cold Lake, which is pretty much Canada's Area 51. A lot of strange lights and vehicles being tested up there. Excuse me, if you live by there, sometimes you get to see all the NATO fighter jets and stuff flying around as well. Yeah. And I think maybe next weekend again, I'll probably... Hold on a second here. Excuse me. I think next weekend I'll probably do another drawing to give away. I actually had a lot of fun doing that. Let's see here. Look at those brushes that I bought that I haven't used because I don't want to ruin them. So, yes, next weekend there will be another drawing to give away. I think I'll just take some more questions and whatnot, but I'll do it in a little bit different form instead of a whole bunch of random drawings. I think we'll just tell a story together. Maybe I'll even print out a couple. Someone can win the original, and then if anybody else wants a copy, I can mail a copy out to you. It's relatively cheap to mail flat paper to people. It's not cheap to ship frame things, but that's all right. Luckily, I've got a broker. Ooh, I have to draw this. I got to paint this little orb down here at the bottom. He's watching the Man in Black. What's he doing? Stealing all that stuff. It's for research purposes there, Mr. Orb. We'll bring it back. Oops. Could be. Actually, I read a thing. Of course, it was on Reddit, right? So how credible could it really be? But someone was saying that. Excuse me. Someone was saying that they were briefed in during a skiff on something. Basically, what happened is a long time ago, Earth it got noticed by other beings that live in the solar system, universe, whatever. And a lot of the UFOs, UAPs, whatever, what they are is basically just research drones. And these things go to the ocean. They are stationed in I guess you could call it a base in the ocean. And what they do is they use available resources around them to basically make drones and little craft for that. Basically, what they're doing is they're just researching things, and they've been researching Earth for a long time, and so they they build whatever they need, and when that craft or whatever is finished, whatever it's doing, it goes back to the base, the facility or whatever, and it gets dismantled and reused for different things. And so I guess what happened originally was at a certain point, they took these beings, I forget what they were called, they took something like 600,000 humans, and they took them to some other planet. The guy mentioned the planet. You can see it through a telescope. They don't really say a lot about it for reasons. And these people lived on this planet for a long time, and they had everything taken care of. They didn't have to worry about food or any like violence towards each other, predation from animals, blah blah blah. And what happened is these humans lived on this planet. They became extremely advanced because all of their needs were taken care of, and they had come back. So once they found out that they were actually from Earth, they obviously became inquisitive about that. So they came back to Earth, and as all things happen, there can be mistakes, and so these UFOs crashed, and then the people that have claimed that they've been abducted by humanoid-looking aliens is just, I guess, future humans or something. Anyways, it was a pretty good read. At a certain point, it started to sound science fiction-y, but you can't really blame someone for being a little skeptical. But it was pretty interesting. I forget the link, and of course, I didn't save it, so now they'll have to go and dig through X to try to find it. I think it was Jason Sands that had originally shared the link to it. I'm not sure. But he did share an interesting link to a guy that claims to have been in like 40 and back programs, and he has access to information that most people don't. And he shared the location of there's something like 4 different quote unquote arcs that he knows of on Earth. And I only had time to watch a little bit of the video because I was at work. And the first one that he mentioned was in the Kherson Oblast in Eastern Europe. And it's really weird because if you go and look, I forget the name. It's southern Ukraine or something. But anyways, when you go and look at the place, there's all these trees and forest and everything and regular European style landscape, and then there's just this massive semi-arid desert type thing in the middle of nowhere, which just doesn't make any sense. And conveniently, you can't go visit it because, yes, there's a military installation close by, so your average peon can't go visit the place. Which maybe maybe he's just pulling our tail or whatever, but it seemed interesting enough. Anyways, I always think the secret bases are so neato. Like Ross Coulthart saying that there was a UFO crash that was so big, the only thing they could do is build another building over top of it. Well, Jennifer, I hope you enjoy the drawing. I had to trim it down a little bit because it wouldn't fit my envelope. Hold on, I gotta lubricate the throat hole. That just sounds disturbing.
That's why you said it. We all know that.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? But yes, I had to cut it down a little bit because it didn't actually fit in my envelope that I had used. So I put the snipped pieces in there too. If you, I don't know, you'll have to probably cut it down a little bit to stick it in actual proper frame because that's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, you can feel free to cut it down more. You won't be damaging anything. Well, nothing permanent really, because I tried to keep most of the drawings on the inside so that if it did need to be cut down a bit, then it wouldn't ruin the overall drawing. Hello, boy. I have a gargoyle on my arm. Why don't you go hang out with your pal? Yeah, he's weird. But that's what happens when you're a cat. Nothing makes sense to humans. I don't even know if this is what Travis Taylor's trailer actually looks like. But he's got one of those little camper vans. That's what he's getting now in my cartoon world. I was going to draw Airstream, but a little camper van just looks better. I wonder if they even still make Airstreams. Those were so cool back in the day. Alrighty. Hello, Ossiange. Hope you're having a wonderful, probably getting close to, excuse me, probably getting close to summertime for you down there. And what do you buy red? Hello, boy. I take some online classes with a lady, and she's from New Zealand. She's like, it's really wet here right now. I'm like, well, we're starting to freeze to death here in Canada. It's not very pleasant outside, I can tell you that much. It's only going to get worse. And everybody freezing, and then the snow, and then it'll start melting, and when it melts, all the garbage and everything's all over the place.
And it freezes again, and then we have, fake winter number 2.
Yeah, you gotta have second winter, fake winter, and then once it all melts and it's springtime, all the garbage is just everywhere, and 10,000 rocks and gravel all over the road, and everybody's windshields are suffering, and yes, what a time to be alive. Hello, Mr. Rob G. Bonk. 28 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, 33 Fahrenheit in Virginia. Great. I could deal with those weathers. That's acceptable to Canadians. When I was in Vegas and the one that I was outside having a smoke, and some lady's like, you should really wear a jacket. I'm like, nah, I think I'll be okay. She's like, no, you should. It gets really cold. And everyone's like, he's from Canada. So the lady, she goes, oh, well, you should be fine. And then I had to do my Canadianly and say sorry. Just to confuse people. Tell people I live in a igloo and ride a polar bear to work. I can't afford a moose, so I ride a polar bear. Orange guy here. Hello, mister. That gargoyle, I tell you, he's the most handsome guy in the world. Oh, this pen's dying too. They don't live forever. Alrighty. I don't know what I'm going to do for the bottom there. Maybe I'll just do blue. That usually works out pretty good. As long as I don't blend the colors into one another and then I have green sludge dripping out all over the place. Should be okay. Yes. By the way, Rob, if you're not doing anything, Jennifer says hi, Mr. Gargoyle. He's sleeping. Next Saturday, Rob, I'm doing a giveaway for my cartoon for the day. So if you're interested in perhaps winning a cartoon, just jump in next Saturday, and at the end of the show, we'll roll some dice, and someone will win the original copy. And then if anybody wants a print, I will send a print out to whoever wants one, and probably some cartoons and stuff like that. I'll probably rip out a couple pages from my sketchbook and send that as well. Now we got to color in the box. His box of acquired goods, because that's what the Man in Black would probably do. Show up, grab a box full of stuff, saunter out, jump in his little UFO, and go back to the bureau. That's where he works normally, at the bureau. Alrighty. Get the door colored in too. Of course, I forgot the glass on the door. I figured it was. I contemplated having the glass broken, but the Man in Black is way too skilled to just bust a glass door open or glass window and then open it from the inside. He's got some special tools that he uses. I mean, he probably could just walk through the wall if he wanted to. Seems like something that those type of guys would do. People have seen that sort of thing. I was laying there in my bed, and then all of a sudden the door just opened, or the wall opened like a door, and somebody was there. Yeah, I've read one story where a guy said that he opened his closet and there was a computer room with a bunch of people working in there. How about that for weird? Alrighty. Color the tire in. I gotta do the bones. The bones are important. If you're doing a desert scene, you gotta have at least some sort of bones in the desert. You should just do like a ox skull of some sort. I don't even know if that's a. I don't even know if there's any ox that live in the desert. It could just be a bull or some sort. But anyways, gotta put some bones in the desert. Just stereotypically has to be there. And then a couple cactuses and a little bush or two. That's a little scraggly bush on the ground. It's probably just a small cactus that hasn't grown tall enough yet. Come on. There we go. Need darker. Need my sludge green darker. There we are. Of course, we got to deal with cat hair once in a while because there's a plethora of cat hairs all over the place. I swear I've opened up sealed packages and there's already like gremlin hair inside of it. I don't get it. That's just a problem with cats. It's not really a problem, but they just happen to be jerks like that. It's like, do you want to be scratched now or before you go to bed? I'll get my scratching done now, please. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, by the way, good night, Scratch. Oh, good. All right. Need a little more green on my scraggly little brush here on the ground. There you go. Let's give him. Get my purple here for the Man in Black's tie and his cat fuzz again. For his tie and his little band on his hat. Which, of course, this brush is not cooperating now. Cooperative brushes. Oh, by the way, Fox, thanks for all the ideas for cartoons.
Yep.
I got like 6 or 7 cartoons to draw on top of a few other things that I'm working on before Christmas. Ooh, yeah. Alrighty. Then we got to do the UFO, and then we can go on to the best part, which is inking everything so it looks nice instead of just blobs of color. I miss my blob. That blob. Actually, the other day I went for a nap and I was petting Whiskey, and then the boys came by and I was petting them too. And then Blob came over and I was petting Blob. I was like, "Hello, Blob. I love you, Blob." And I gave her a scratch right on her belly and scratched her little cat blobs that she had on her. Because, oops, bumped my head into that. Blob had these weird little, I don't know, they're not weird like tumors or anything, but they're just weird little blobs on the blob. So that's the best way I can explain it. And yeah, it was just interesting. It's the third time I've seen Blob in a dream. Second time was weird because I was gone for a walk and then Blob was following me and she jumped into this little box and I was looking at it and someone's like, "Hey, why are you petting that dog?" I'm like, "That's a cat." And they're like, "No, there's a dog in there." And I took out my phone and I took a picture, and the picture of what should have been Blob inside the little box was actually a little like brown corgi looking thing. And it was really weird because then when I looked at Blob in the box, she was there, but she wasn't in the picture. It was interesting. So they'd have a little rocket if you're drawing, if you're gonna draw the Skinwalker Ranch, because that's what they do. They shoot rockets in the sky and then weird stuff happens. I still think they should bring me down there to hang out for a weekend and draw cartoons. Maybe something interesting would happen. There we go. All right. What am I forgetting here? Oh yes. Gotta do the curtains. What color are the curtains gonna be? Green it is. Green curtains. Blob. Let's see here. Apparently it's showing on 2 different YouTube channels again. I have no idea why it does that. So if anybody's asking questions and no one's seeing it, that's probably why. I'm not a super technical guy, so I can't figure that stuff out. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Don't need those right now. Probably later. Let's get that number 4 and a number 5 and a number 6. My favorite brushes. Pens. Pens, filthy good pens. And then after this, as the usual ritual, we're gonna go over and have chicken wings, and then I get to come home and get all my Christmas cards all set. And I think Fox is probably going to go create plushies. She's probably working on one furiously.
Kitty Catty Wax says if she can ask a question, are you using StreamYard? She's seen some people say that that's a possible reason for the duplication.
Yes, you can ask questions whenever you want, Kitty Cattywack, or anybody for that matter. But yeah, we use StreamYard for everything. And I know last week everyone said there was something wonky, and then YouTube was wonky, and so that could be it. But as long as everybody can at least see the show, that's good enough in my books. And at least I don't have any robot voice this time like the last time. Which turned out I just had the cat camera on and I didn't mute it. Good job, me.
Says that kind of backs up what she's heard, and I guess Stream is hooked up with YouTube somehow.
Good old YouTube being goofy. There we go. We got a rocket flying out into space, ready to mess with all the weirdness at Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, the man in black taking a trip there. Well, I might as well do the writing now because I don't like the lettering and it's my least favorite thing. So if I get that done and out of the way, then I can enjoy doing the rest of it. Yeah, there's a crybaby gremlin. Boy! I think we could do that. Deal. We'll have to. Fox had a brilliant idea. Once my brain is free from having to concentrate on doing all this lettering, then I will let you know what the plan is. Because it involves the giveaway. Which, second here. Skinwalker. I need a robot that can do my writing for me. Spend like $10 million on a robot just to do lettering. Perfect. All right, let me see here. We're gonna do a Christmas giveaway. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
The cow one.
Yeah.
So we have a cow cartoon that I've done about a cow being abducted, and it was supposed to be raffled, but certain things in life seem to sometimes get in the way. That's not going to stand up, is it? It's not. So, anyways, comes with a plushie and two plushies.
A gray and a cow.
A gray alien and a cow. And basically, you have until next week to figure out a number between 1 and 100. And then after the show next week, we'll give away the Christmas gift package. Hello, boy. Yep, we know you're orange, mister. So yes, next week we'll have the plushies and the drawing and everything to show off. And actually, I think I have the drawing like somewhere here. I'll show the drawing later. But yeah, next week there will be. I guess that would be 2 giveaways then. So, yes, mister. Hello, are you coming up? No, you don't even know what you're doing. He probably just constantly smells burnt toast. So, but yes, next Saturday there will be plushie and original drawing giveaway. And did you just get globbed? So yes, the plushie and the original drawing giveaway, and then also the improvised drawing that everyone's going to help me make. And then if you want a copy of that, then yes. So pretty much the only requirement is you need to have a physical mailing address or a post office box of some sort that I can ship this stuff to. And yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll show the drawing for the giveaway afterwards. Look at hello, mister. Okay, are you coming up or are you gonna just come on? Figure it out. Come on. What are you doing, mister? We're in time constraints here. You don't even understand what I'm saying, do you? Go over there. Go over there. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Hello, Baked Beano. Sometimes I wonder about that cat of mine. Poor guy. But yes, stay tuned next Saturday for very important giveaways and more rambling from me, talking about important things like hidden UFO bases and UFO arcs underneath sands in Eastern European countries. And by the way, the plushies are all handmade. They're one of a kind. There'll never be another one ever made of that flavor ever again.
Or at least another identical one.
Yeah, identical one. I mean, you can make different gray aliens, but you can't just do the same one. Like the original Fabrice and.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he's orange. You can tell that much. He's poor Fox's feet are gonna be all shredded up, and she'll take her socks off when she gets home tonight, and there'll just be blood caked all over the inside of them.
Smash my arm from ripping up the carpet.
Cats. Oh boy. What? You gotta have the animals. Get yourself a dog or a cat or a velociraptor or something. Oh boy. If only you could see what's going on. He's rolling around at Fox's feet, attacking the chair, and now she's got to put her feet up cross-legged on the chair because, well, the gremlin's doing gremlin things.
Okay, he's distracted by a pencil.
Now he's distracted by a pencil. Yes, Baked Beano, you can go anywhere if you have a little trailer. Isn't that like the American dream? Retire and just drive around the country and see things in your 65-foot trailer of doom. Pass everything but the gas station. Maybe that was better in the 70s when gas was cheaper instead of now where, we're at the point where we're just siphoning gas out of everything we possibly can, like a Mad Max movie. And then since you're there, you might as well steal the copper as well. Hopefully you don't get electrocuted. Yeah. Oh, more writing. Yeah. This is Travis T. Secret Lab right here. See, if I don't spell his name, I can't get sued. Speaking of Travis's, my pal Travis Moostus, he's got a new book out. If you like books if you enjoyed the Starship Troopers movie, you'd probably like his books because it's all about killing bugs and galactic alien battles and things like that. I should bring him out on the show one day. Like, Travis, come hang out on the show and paint something with me. Really good painting. I actually have. That's one of his paintings. I got a couple paintings of his. Ooh, thanks, Ossiange. I'll make sure to go and buy some cat snacks with that. Because God knows the cats aren't spoiled enough.
Don't chew my power cord.
Chewing power cords is a surefire way to get electrocuted, mister. I don't think he cares. That might actually kickstart his brain into actually working properly. We're not going to hold our breath, though. Especially because, orange cat.
And then I'll have to get a new cord.
Everybody's got rain in Australia, but I get snow in Canada. That's all right. It can't stay snowy forever. Well, we'll get our fake. Hey, it's relatively nice in February. Just kidding. End of February and March. It's just going to be brutal. Like every year. You think you're going to get out with a relatively mild winter, but no, it never happens. You always think it'll happen, and then you're hoping, and then it kind of gets to that point, and then bang, wake up one day and 10 feet of snow, and you even got to go shovel out the Yetis and everything because they're trapped. And yeah, good old Canada. Imagine living somewhere like Grenada where they don't even know what a snow shovel is. Hello, Mr. Man.
Kitty Cattywack says, my friend who lives in Canada, I think she would beg to differ. She's always posting pictures of the snow, of the snow, of the snow, of the snow, of the snow.
There is a lot of snow. Well, I know the eastern part of Canada got hammered last week. And Calgary and everything south of Edmonton got obliterated with snow. But, the Calgary gets the Chinook all the time too, which...
Yeah, but when it hits them, they get just dumped on hard, then we all just laugh.
Yeah, it's fun to laugh at Calgary. It's fun to laugh at Calgary and anything in any eastern provinces because they're a bunch of freeloading moochers anyways. Especially Quebec. Yeah. Quebec and BC could be pretty well. BC's cool until you get to Vancouver where all the pretentious dorks live. Better than everybody. How's your harm reduction working for you there in Vancouver. You got zombies all over your streets, and well, I guess everywhere's got zombies now. So I get zombies that living by my house all the time. I have to make sure I lock my bike up when I go places because they started to notice it. It's a really cool bike, bro. Oh yeah, thanks. I didn't realize it was unlocked. I could have took it. You want to get hurt? Yeah. Picking fights at Collingwood. Actually, if anybody wants to ever get in a fight, the best place to go is to Franco's Pub. Guaranteed getting a fight there. You can be minding your own business and you will get sucker punched. We always joke that when you go to Franco's, they ask you if you want to get punched now or later. Because that's usually how it works. I was there one time with Barb and it's minding your own business, shooting the breeze and having whiskeys. And some guy came up to me, he goes, "We're gonna go outside and have a talk." I'm like, "No." He goes, "No, we're going out for a talk." No, sorry, buddy. So he goes, "I'm gonna go outside. You better come out." And so I paid my bill and I walked out the back door. And I still joke that guy's still waiting for me today. But the thing about Franco's is you can get a large pizza for the price of a medium if you go pick it up. And they do really good pizza. Oh, great. I mentioned pizza, and here comes the gremlin. You coming up? No, you're not. He doesn't know what he's doing. Unbelievable. He's a complete and utter mess. But I love him anyways. Alrighty. Hello, NPZ. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I was just talking about getting beaten up at the local pub, the Rowdy Pub. So that's why I go to Muggins because they have half price wings on Saturdays, and it's just a bunch of old people there. I'm basically an old person now. Getting there. I realized I was old because there was a young guy that came into work and he's like, "I was born in 2007." I'm like, "Oh, great." Then I realized I have to scroll whenever I log up for something or whatever. I have to scroll all the way down to the early 80s to get my birth date. Yeah. There's the man in black sauntering through the pathway with his stolen merchandise. Not like anybody's going to stop him, anyways. Little scrubbly bush on the ground because you have to have a scrubbly bush in the desert. Very important. Ooh, I forgot. I'm going to have to break out the number 3 for the cactus way in the far back into the picture here. Could have spiky cactuses. I have no idea why they have orange spines on them, but they do. So that's just what I went with. So South Australia. My friend's mom lives in I forget where it is, but she's by the old double gaol jail of some sort of haunted jail of something or another. Anyways, she works. She's a postie. She works for the post office. Seem to know a lot of people that work with government things, post office and junk. Look at that orbs. Like, what are you doing? You just taking that stuff, taking it and running. What a jerk! But he's the man in black. He can kind of do whatever he wants for the most part. Keeps everybody in line. Oh, sorry. Alrighty. We're almost done this one, and I have to give my pal Barb a call, and then we're all gonna go meet up for delicious chicken wings. See, if everybody lived closer, we could all just go hang out there and have chicken wings and drink 37 whiskeys. Actually, I can't really stay super late there because I got to get home, and I got to get all my Christmas card stuff written up, which is very important. But yes, if you want a Christmas card, oh look, they can tell the gremlin was standing here, the gargoyle was standing here because there's about 10,000 letters on there. There, if you'd like a Christmas card, just shoot me an email of filth@filthy.com. And yes, I will get you a Christmas card and possibly maybe some little bits of artwork to go with it. Because I send out a bunch of them every year. Some people that live far away, like Australia, have to wait till like, June to get anything from me. Or it just never shows up. It gets just lost somewhere. So if you do want a card and it never shows up, you have to let me know so I can send another one. It costs me nothing, costs you nothing. And on the plus side, you can show off my cartoons to people. Be like, hey, look at this crazy guy does these weird cartoons. And then also be like, if you need a plushie, I can get you a fancy Dogman plushie or a Yowie plushie or some sort of something or another. Let me just heap piles of work onto my pal here. So, and also don't forget, next Saturday, giving away a plushie with a original artwork. There's a lot of blood and sweat in these things, so maybe not blood, maybe not sweat, but lots of swearing, definitely. You know what? He's gonna have a cracked window just for good measure. Because he's out in the desert for a while. It's been a little wonky for him. Alrighty. Now I just have to do a little bit of finer detailing here at the end because can't just leave it. Has to be my high standards. It's very important. And yeah, so there will be the plushie giveaway and then the drawing because everyone's gonna have to help me do another little improv drawing again, which I actually had a lot of fun doing. That'll be given away, and then if you want to print of that, just let me know and I will get one of those to you as well. I just like to give out my art to people. It's fun to sell it. It's fun to give it away. It's fun to just leave it on a table and somebody find it and they email me about it and say, "Hey, I found this piece of art on the table. That's pretty neato." My friend Don's got a whole bunch of my little random drawings that I do. He's got them all framed and everything. He's probably got the most drawings after Brandon Fugel of me, of my artwork, not of me. I think I've maybe drawn myself a handful of times. I think the only time I actually really go out of my way to draw myself is for my books, because I have to do my web witch tells me I have to make sure I have a photo of myself, and I am definitely not taking an actual picture of me because yeah. Okay, here we go. A little dirt path. I have to add a little bit more underneath all these things to make them stand out a little bit and just to make it look nicer to my high quality standards of dirty filth. Alrighty. We're almost getting to that point, folks. And you guys can go about your Saturdays. I don't know what everyone's doing on Saturday today, but I hope you have a wonderful time doing whatever you do. And if you see a cat, make sure you pet the cat. I wouldn't suggest jumping into a yard and petting somebody else's dog. That's a surefire way to get your arms ripped off, but maybe just go ask the owner if he can go pet the dog. It'd be like the dog at my work, Pico. She's completely spoiled. Tons of snacks from everybody. Post office, postie guy, Pure Later lady. Well, the Pure Later lady wasn't there this week. She took a week off. I think she was going fishing or something. But she'll be back Monday. And boy, do we have a lot of stuff for her. She's gonna hate us. She'll be like, "What the fridge, you guys? What are you doing to me?" It seems like every time she takes time off work, we don't have a lot of stuff for Pure Later, and the day she comes back, everything gets shipped to Pure Later. Sucker. Sorry, Joanne, if you're listening, but it's funny for me. Alrighty. Oh, I gotta do the tires a little bit more. It's not darkened enough. There we are. And the wheel well. The wheel well. So yes, don't forget everybody. Next Saturday, very important. Come out. Perhaps win yourself a extremely rare piece of artwork and a one-of-a-kind plushie.
On your numbers now that they will be noted. And
Yes, if you pick a number between 1 and 100, you may have to scroll up to see if anybody has taken that number. Let's see here.
so far, 32, 67, 38 are taken.
Yes, there's been a couple taken. There's not a lot, but we'll do a double check on the day too as well. And if anybody has one that's already been picked, then they'll just have to redo it on this coming Saturday, the next Saturday 4th. Ooh, dice rolling Saturday and giving away artwork. Nice. Alrighty. Yes, there will be a lot of dice rolling. Some will make some people happy, and others will probably have their characters getting beaten severely.
And someone might win a plushie.
Ooh, someone better win it. Just think, if there's only like 6 people watching, you got a 1 in 6 chance to win.
So of the 14 people watching right now, I'd call the number. That's just my opinion.
Call your number, people. Very important. All right, I'm almost done here. Hello, my boy. How was your cat nap? Look at this thing. Let me turn the cat cam on. Look at that handsome fella. Oh yeah. Anyways, here's the drawing. Oh, I was going to say I have the moo cow drawing, I believe, that I can show off to everybody. I actually think I framed it, to be honest. So you can have one of those Barb says it was for you. Well, unfortunately, I don't know where the drawing is, but we'll have it for you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but next Saturday. Yes. So let me just get my frame on here so it looks nice. There we are. Oh, I gotta sign it first. That's very important. All right. So yes, get yourself a number. Come hang out next Saturday. Win some free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff. I believe it's the 29th today. Yes, it is. 25, 25, and Fylthy.com. Okie dokie. Here's this wonderful masterpiece for this week. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. There's cat fuzz on it. So have a great rest of your day and a good weekend. We shall see you next week, and there will be cats and cartoons and plushies given away. Have a good night, everyone. Remain dauntless. Juice. Sorry, Dave, for stealing your intro.